Well, we're apartment hunting again.
You guys loved part 1 of apartment hunting, so we're back for part 2. Thinking back, it's crazy to me that we can even afford an apartment like this. Even just a year ago, it seems so far away, so unattainable. And me being 19, I'm sure a lot of you guys are around my same age, whether you're younger or you're older. Regardless of your age, I'm living proof that something like this can be only a year away, no matter how unattainable it seems.
The first apartment that we toured today was in a very modern building. I definitely really like the aesthetic of this building, and I thought it was very clean. Walking in, you have a pretty long hallway, and over here he said you can put a desk, but it's kind of small for that. This is the master. Decent sized master, but I didn't really like that big pillar there. I think it made the corner of the unit kind of unusable. But there is 2 closets, and I really love the built-ins in both, although one of the closets is smaller. This is the larger closet of the 2. Unfortunately, I probably won't be seeing much of this one. And moving into the bathroom is where you kind of see most of the square footage added on into this unit compared to what we've seen in the past. You got 2 sinks, a bathtub, and a stand-up shower, as well as a separate room for the toilets and a closet in that room with the toilet, which is pretty cool. The living room was definitely on the smaller side, and I'm sorry I didn't show you guys the kitchen. I definitely missed on that one. This is the guest bathroom, which I don't think needed to be this big. We probably could have put some of that space in the living room. And then this would be my office. Also has a walk-in, although pretty small, but it does have built-ins, which is pretty cool. Overall, I thought this was a pretty decent option. Okay, so this unit is in the same building, but this one is huge. There are some pros and cons to this one. Like, there is a little bit bigger of a den, so you could definitely use that. I think they said that was the dining area. Moving into the master, it's pretty much the same layout, slightly different. I mean, most of the characteristics are the same as the last units. I mean, other than some slight differences, it's pretty much the same. There isn't a closet in the separate toilet room though, so that's a big difference actually, because that's where we put like our cleaning supplies and stuff. But yeah, pretty decent master. Moving back into the main room, you can definitely see where most of that square footage is being added back from the other units. I mean, it's like 200 something square feet more, and this living room is much bigger. Very similar layouts as the other units, but I think the main difference here is this unit doesn't have as good of a view, especially with it basically kissing 2 buildings, which is kind of unfortunate, but it does have a balcony. Oh, the other one had a balcony too. I forgot to show you. Oh, the kitchen was huge. The kitchen was massive. Overall, I like the space, but I don't like the views. So, yeah. Okay, so this unit felt like a maze walking in, but I will say I do like the concrete. I don't really know what this little cubby is for, but this is the guest bathroom. This would be my office, and I think this definitely had the best views of my office or for my office. There's a little closets, and then you have, yes, of course, some concrete vibes, which is definitely reminiscent of my current apartment. Walking out, you'll see, or I guess we're just going to the main room here, and I definitely think it's very functional here. I do not like that there's no balcony, but the views were, again, crazy. Walking into the master here, there is a walk-in closet, and it's a pretty decent size. I just, again, don't like these hangers. They're not hangers. I don't like the clothing rack. And into the bathroom, pretty small, but it does the job. Overall, not bad. Okay, so same building. This laundry room is huge though. This unit didn't feel as much like a maze, and we're currently in the master. Again, decently sized bathroom, but not, huge like the other building. And these closet doors I didn't really love. We might have to just get them removed. Same deal with the clothing rack. There were those little built-ins right there, and the master was not horribly sized, but nothing to write home about. And then now we're looking into the guest bathroom, which is essentially a carbon copy of the master bathroom, and this would be my office. The good thing about this unit though is that it is southeast facing, and it does have a balcony, so that is awesome because that means we can kind of have a lot more sunlight, and we have the balcony that we wanted. But I do feel like this living room isn't as functional. But the views on this apartment were amazing, and funny enough, you can see our current apartment here somewhere, but I'm not going to tell you exactly where. Okay, so this is essentially the same apartment as the last one, except we're on a slightly higher floor and we have higher ceilings, which definitely do a lot in terms of how it feels. This is the master bathroom. It's just a normal bathroom. Same thing with the doors, except instead of 2 sets of doors, there's only 1 set of doors, which is kind of interesting. But the high ceilings, they definitely make me feel some type of way, for sure, especially for the price. I think that's something that you usually see reserved for penthouses and just more expensive units. And this one actually being a little bit cheaper is pretty exciting. And I actually prefer this view over the other one, although the other one gets a little bit more sunlight, and you'll see in a few moments. I really love the high ceilings. Definitely adds a little bit more light to the apartment. And the view is, I believe, southwest or something like that. But you get buildings and you get sun, and you get the sunset specifically. Which is awesome. And of course, this balcony is pretty nice. And the views aren't as good as the first unit, but better than the second unit. And we still get to maintain that sun. So I think this is the best of both worlds for me. This is kind of a look at the living room, and this would be my office. Let me know what you guys think of this one. I really like the high ceilings. I don't know how functional this one might be, so let me know. Alright, so this was the first time we actually got to do a self-guided tour, which I definitely preferred because I didn't feel as awkward pulling out my camera. If you guys watched the first video, first apartment hunting video, you guys know that we've toured a unit just like this one. But as you can tell by how bright that image is, this one was on a much higher floor. And I really wanted to see what the views were like up here. And yes, we've seen this unit before, and I think the main selling point here is the kitchen and the functionality of the layouts. But the truth is this unit is just a little bit small. We're at 991 square feet. I don't want to be in a situation where I just wish I had more space. But I think, you know, when it comes to functionality, there's not really any negatives to this unit except for the size. And I think you definitely feel that size more in the bedrooms, mainly being Aloe's setup would be in our bedroom, and that would be hard to have the bed in there and her setup. So yeah, southeast facing is amazing though. Okay, yeah, so one thing that I realized I'm gonna need a lot more is to use my ND filters, because in order to get footage looking outside the window and you could actually see stuff, I have to go all the way to f16. And even now I'm at f10. You know, I'm definitely gonna need to start using ND filters, probably in any apartment that we go to, but I just love how much sun there is. Brings up the mood. Can y'all see my new office being in here? I'm thinking either set up against that wall or set up against this wall, and then having like another table to do sets, and just having a real closet to store gear. I just can't wait.